Back in 2009, I found myself tasked by the executive officer of a forward operating base to embark on a journey that would unravel the intricate tapestry of cultures and history intertwined with the very land we occupied. This fob, situated within the sheltering embrace of an ancient ziggurat, seemed to pulsate with the echoes of epochs long past. Yet the reasons behind its significance remained as elusive as the enigmatic history it harbored. The region's intricate web of beliefs, I soon discovered, extended far beyond the surface. Much of it seemed like a mosaic of disparate pieces, with fragments of sectarian practices occasionally emerging from the shadows, their strange allure entwining with the desperate desire to comprehend the tangled threads of history. Even the small Jewish community nestled within this tumultuous landscape caught the attention of those who sought to understand every facet of the human mosaic that adorned this canvas of war. Within this intricate narrative, a single figure emerged as a focal point, a mystic delving into realms that defied conventional understanding. This mystic's path diverged from the well-trodden roads of mainstream Islam, leading him down corridors illuminated by the dim light of mysticism. In a way, his journey bore resemblance to the spiritual explorations of Hinduism, rather than the structured tenets of Islam. Meditation, narcotics, trances, and rituals melded into a tapestry of practices aimed at transcending the material and communing with the spiritual. Intriguingly, his pursuits were not fixated on the Quran alone, but rather on tapping into a spiritual connection that transcended dogma. Within the mystic's world, energy converged on the likes of the jinn and iblis, entities lurking on the fringes of Islamic understanding. Through the lens of mystic Islam, these entities transformed into conduits for unlocking forbidden insights and hidden truths. Despite my best efforts to glean more information, the digital landscape proved unforgiving, offering only fragments that failed to paint the complete picture. Google's search results seemed dominated by the Yazidis, whose own beliefs seemed to overshadow the mystic's narrative. A tangle of historical evidence suggested that the emergence of Zoroastrianism post-dated Judaism, challenging conventional historical timelines. The relatively recent inception of Islam also cast an intriguing light on the region's spiritual evolution. These historical nuances, seemingly insignificant in isolation, converged to form an intricate narrative that transcended borders and epochs. It was a narrative that wove together the origins of the various boogeymen stories, those tales of darkness and malevolence that persisted across cultures. This tapestry of stories, once pieced together, breathed life into forgotten corners of history, revealing the common threads that ran through humanity's darkest tales. The mystic's story, in its convergence of mysticism and extremism, painted a vivid contrast against the backdrop of war. An Islamic fighters' brigade, too radical even for their fellow extremists, carved a gruesome path. Their ritualistic consumption of the hearts and livers of their slain enemies, drawing from the story of Hein's consumption of Hamza's liver, distorted the tenets of Islam into a macabre justification for their deeds. Yet, amidst these extremists, there existed a counterculture that viewed Islam through a different lens, seeing it as a corruption of a once pure faith. In the whispers of cryptids, jinn, and ghouls, I could sense echoes of religions past, remnants of ancient beliefs entwined with local and foreign elements. And inevitably, individuals with a shadowed past would latch onto these fragments, seeking to resurrect and manipulate them to suit their sinister ends. These individuals, armed with secret knowledge that intertwined with ancient mysteries, embarked on a path with a familiar trajectory. Seeking validation, pleasure, influence, and power, their motives mirrored a recurring pattern. Yet, as they delved deeper into the dark crevices of spirituality, their actions took on a sinister twist. Dubbed anti-Muslims, they reveled in transgressing the very principles they claimed to adhere to. Summoning jinn beings through rituals, these anti-Muslim figures sought to channel dark forces to aid them in their conflicts. Within the tumultuous setting of a combat zone, where generations had battled and fallen, the lines between reality and the supernatural became irrevocably blurred. The congregation of souls and the lingering echoes of violence birthed an environment ripe for the surreal to seep into the mundane. Amid the blood-soaked soil and the constant reminder of mortality, it was unsurprising that the ethereal and the inexplicable would weave themselves into the narrative. The fob, standing at the crossroads of history, belief, and conflict, held within it a microcosm of the broader clash. Amidst the cacophony of war, soldiers found themselves not only pitted against external adversaries, but also against the intangible shadows that seemed to manifest from the very essence of the land. The mystic's story, once a mere whisper in the wind, had blossomed into an intricate mosaic that connected the dots between faith, history, and the ethereal, revealing a tapestry woven with threads of the known and the unknown, the real and the surreal. And the Ziggurat, standing sentinel to it all, watched over the myriad stories etched into its ancient stones, a silent witness to the complex interplay of human belief and conflict.